I have returned. Wait, Teeds, you were gone? Yes, I was gone. Hi traders, I'm Teeds. This is Nuts. You may or may have not noticed that I was gone. For around 8 to 9 days, I was at the Pokemon Unite Championships in London and I was very underprepared. I didn't have anything prepared. So I was like, you know what? I want to actually sleep. And I did. I slept a lot on the trip. But anyways, I have a vlog on the whole trip coming up today or tomorrow. Feel free to subscribe to the bell to be notified for that. It's very fun. It was such a good experience and I can't wait to show you. But for today, we're going to go through the patch that has been leaked by El Chico Eevee. I have a lot of videos that I had planned while I was gone. You may have noticed that I do sound sick as well because every time I come back from an event, I get sick. And yeah, even though I took precautionary measures, I still got really sick. So I think I have like a cold. So this is from El Chico Eevee. This is a data mine / leak. Please take with a grain of salt until officially released. And I think it's from the PTS or from the beta. So we have Cramorant, whose Air/S/Plus has been nerfed. It is now 8-second cooldown instead of 7 seconds. So now it takes a little bit longer to use Air Slash. I guess they did this because Air Slash is crazy with like the emblems especially. So maybe they tried to counter that with this cooldown like change is my guess. Cramorant is one of the Pokemon that really benefit off these emblems. So that's insane. Next we have Machamp. So Machamp's submission at Submission Plus. The old submission was 11 seconds. The new submission is now 9 seconds. So they did a cooldown decrease on submission. You can now use it more often. However, they have nerfed the movement speed of submission. So before it was a 70% increased movement speed. Now it's 50%. So now you are a little bit slower when using submission instead of faster. So yeah, it's a buff and a nerf. Wigglytuff, Double Slap and Double Slap Plus. Old is 5 seconds, new is 4.5 seconds. Looks like they're experiencing a lot with cooldowns this patch so far, but Double Slap is just not as used on Wigglytuff. Honestly, Wigglytuff is not as used in general, but like, I would love to see, do I though? Do I really want to see Wigglytuff scary again? That was probably the most scary Pokemon I had to deal with. But yeah, they have reduced the cooldown of Wigglytuff, just a very tiny cooldown reduction, and the damage has been increased. So now the damage does a bit more damage instead. I'm interested to see the Double Slap damage. Next we have Tsareena. So Tsareena's Stomp, it has been nerfed. The cooldown is now a little bit longer and the damage has also been reduced. So we have a damage reduction for Stomp and a longer cooldown for Tsareena Stomp. Tsareena has been wreaking havoc. I'm scared of Tsareena. I'm always scared of Tsareena, to be honest. So they have made some changes. Queenly Majesty buff has also seen a nerf, so damage reduction. So we're seeing a lot of damage reductions for Tsareena over here. Next we have Dragonite. So Dratini's basic attack, old, the damage capped to mobs and bosses 600 and boosted attack recovers 5% max health when this hits. And the new one, damage capped to mobs and bosses removed, so they removed the cap and the boosted attack doesn't recover anymore. Some very interesting changes for sure. So we got a little bit of the recovery and health away as well. I never really thought about Dratini's basic attacks. I actually did not think about it. Was I supposed to think about it? I never really thought about it. Dragonite's basic attacks, however, the old one, it deals additional damage equal to 10% of the enemy's remaining health, capped at 1200 damage, and the new one, it deals additional damage equal to 5% of the enemy's remaining health, capped at 600 damage. So they have nerfed Dragonite's basic attack. Dragon Dance, the old is 5 seconds, now the new one is 5.5 second cooldown. They are really experimenting a lot with the cooldowns here, and I wonder if it's because of the emblem. However, the emblems are mostly affecting the ones who are special attack, but there are people who have been using it for fun on like this cool base Pokemon as well. I think this is the most I've ever seen cooldown changes on Pokemon. Duraludon, the Dragon Tail and Dragon Tail Plus, the old is 1.1 seconds. The new one, we've seen a nerf here with increased cooldown of 2 seconds. Espeon, so Espeon I really wanted to see buffs on. Espeon I think was like, I don't know, severely lacking when it was released. Like it was just not as impactful as I thought it would be. And with that, with Psybeam, they have decreased the cooldown, so from 9 seconds to 7.5 seconds, and Future Sight 9 seconds to 8 seconds, and the Unite move 111 seconds to 100 seconds. So for Espeon, we're just getting a bunch of cooldown changes. I wonder what this is gonna be like with the cooldown emblems. Very curious. We have Delphox. So Delphox's Lame Charge and Flame Charge Plus went from 5 seconds to 4.5 seconds, and they probably did that because Flame Charge just wasn't picked up that often, I guess, in comparison to its other moves. I wish we had some like insight on why they made these changes. I really like it when companies do these things where they're like, this is why this was changed and why we changed it. I really hope they do something like that so we can talk about it more on their level. A lot of it's just speculation on why they did it and what we know. So Buzzwole's Smackdown has had some changes as well. The old one, if the move of Smackdown deals damage to opposing Pokemon, the user's muscle gauge increases by 1 increment for each one that was hit. For the new one, if this move deals damage to Pokemon on the opposing team, the user's muscle gauge increases by 2 increments for each one that was hit. When upgraded, for the old one, the user's muscle gauge will now increase by 2 increments for each Pokemon on the opposing team that takes damage from this move. But for the new one, it is now 3. And for Leech Life and Leech Life Plus, the cooldown has been reduced from 9 seconds to 8 seconds. The thing with Buzzwole is that it is a scary Pokemon, and I think paired up with a Blissey, it's actually insane. However, I do think Leech Life definitely needs a better buff in my opinion. Leech Life, specifically personally for me, I really like Leech Life because it's such a fun move to use. It's so easy to kite Buzzwole in my opinion. Like, that's how I felt personally. I felt like it was a bit easy to just like run around Buzzwole kind of. But that was a week ago or a week and a half ago. I don't remember when I played Buzzwole. I was gone for like a week. I feel like I missed out on so much. But I'm going to be doing some really... I'll talk about this at the end of the video. Something really interesting I'm going to bring up. Tyranitar. So I haven't tried Tyranitar yet in the official live client, and I've heard some nasty things about Tyranitar. So Stone Edge, the old 8 seconds, new was 9.5 seconds. They increased the cooldown of Stone Edge. The damage of the melee range has been decreased. So they nerfed the damage of the melee range, and they've also nerfed the damage of the max range. They also nerfed the upgraded damages of both. Ancient Power got a buff. I heard Ancient Power was really strong, but this move got a buff, so it went from 10 seconds to 7.5 seconds. The Shield got a buff, so it's 100% to 120% now. The Shield got big buff. Xanadu got nerfed. It was from 10 seconds to 12 seconds. Dark Pulse got a damage buff. Wait, so this is what I was talking about. I'm only going by what the community thinks about Tyranitar at the moment, and I think I heard some pro players, like, don't quote me on this, but I think some pro players made a tier list or like talked about it, saying Tyranitar was OP and broken. And to be fair, Tyranitar in the beta testing was OP in my opinion. Like, it was insanely strong, so I'm not entirely surprised if it was like super strong on the live client as well. So these buffs are like questionable, right? You're like wondering, why did they buff this Pokemon? But I would love to know your opinions about Tyranitar, just to give me more insight as well on it, because I have yet to try Tyranitar. And yeah, I'm very excited to see what this Pokemon can do, because so far it seems like it's been really crazy. For the last change we have on the leaked patch notes, we have Blissey soft boiled healing. So now that has been decreased. The healing has been decreased on soft boiled, and the heal over time as well has been nerfed. I'm guessing that's what HOT means, heal over time. Just going back to the Tyranitar part, I'm pretty sure from what I know, Ancient Power was the OP move, and the other moves that they nerfed were not the OP moves. So I'm a bit confused. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they nerfed the weaker moves and then they buffed the stronger moves. I'm just thinking about it. I don't know. Okay, anyways, that is all for the patch notes. We're working on the vlog at the moment. I'm going to be doing like a ton of like intense research on Pokemon Unite, because I actually want to start or try casting. I was asked to cast for them earlier this year, before the not before the championships, but before Pokemon Unite was getting competitive. It was like when they were preparing to find casters, and I declined it because I just didn't feel like it was right for me at the time. After watching the whole thing at Worlds, I was just like, that would be fun. I would love to be a part of it somehow, and maybe some of you might not see me as ready for it yet. It will be a lot of work, and it's definitely out of my comfort zone, but I want to try. So I'm gonna try to do that. Okay, so that is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, traders. I will see you very soon for the next one. I'm gonna upload 2 more today, the vlog hopefully, and a gameplay of something else. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I missed you all so much, and bye. Bye.